Yo, what's really good? University of Miami Hurricane football fans, your boy Lonzo. 1219, aka Die Hard. Back in the building. Um, that screen is like all the way black. That's on down.
Yeah, there's no transition.
Hmm?
There's no
Just on industry, don't worry about it.
there.
Still, I don't know why that is. I don't know if that's because it's mine or what, but I can't see nothing. Got 5 in the chat, but I can't see. Now that's popped up, okay. Trying some new things, got some new features and stuff, so we trying out a few new features and everything. How do I do the live chat? Hey, what the hell going on with the chat? I see what's going on, Jason. What's good with you? What's good with you? All the chat is up now.
Said all about the year.
Alright, that's cool. We just trying to do some we just trying some new features and stuff.
Said Mrs.
How do I get back to the main screen? Y'all be a little patient with your boy.
Yeah, he said it's the new
Andy
OBS system.
Raphael. Said Mike is echoing.
Mike is echoing.
I can still see myself here. I just can't.
Yeah, you can't see the page. Everybody see this away. This separately.
Y'all be a little patient with your boy, man. I'm trying to get back to my camera. If not, I can switch over here. We can do that.
Jason the year. Said life is good.
Yeah, we got to mute that next time.
Oh, they can hear them.
I can. I don't know if they can hear it. I got some. I'm gonna be playing. I'm about to play something. I'm about to play the audio of Ed Reed's interview the other day. Right now, we're just trying to just put me in over here. Just put me in over here. All I gotta do is go to my YouTube. Yeah, just. So. No, I'm trying to. I need to get on my. I need to get on my. I need to get on my live. Y'all give me a few more seconds, and I'll be where I need to be at, man.
Bad echo boss.
Real bad echo, but it is what it is. I don't
Reverb.
hear. That might be from. I don't know where the echo coming from, but it could be coming from my laptop, my tablet, which I doubt it. Hold on. Hopefully the echo just went down. I don't know why I be no echo.
Sean Rounds. Said 20 Erie BOI.
Speaking of that,
J
Alright.
Family Blaze.
Hope it's not no echo
Said yo.
now.
J the U Family Blaze. Said raising hands medium dark skin tone. Philly Falcon. Said can hardly hear you now. Sean Rounds. Said it's good.
But I'm gonna start playing this audio from Ed Reed
BT.
that from earlier today.
Said volume
Um,
Philly Falcon said no sound at all now.
You say something.
Jay the U Family Blaze said so looking like Ed Reed.
who said there's no sound at all? Who is Philly Falcon? I've never even heard of Philly. Is that I hear there's sound because I see my mic.
Rounds said there it is.
All right, so don't touch nothing else with the sound. We just let the sound go for right now. We'll figure the rest of that out later. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I'm gonna go ahead and do this Ed Reed video. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I'm gonna go ahead and do this Ed Reed. Do me a favor, bring me my mic off the cabinet. My Bluetooth speaker. I'm gonna go ahead and do this Ed Reed video
Sean Rounds
real quick. Like,
super good.
I want you guys to hear this
Said sound is good. DT.
and let me know what you think.
Philly Falcon said it working now. Sean Rounds.
Is that coming over this one right here?
Jay the U Family
Probably.
Blaze
Can you mute
said
this?
sounds good.
Yeah, just quick little light, bro.
Just take the sound off.
The video.
All right.
I don't know which one. Just
Oh, I don't even have them connected. I don't even worry about it. All right, y'all ready? If y'all ready to hear this video, if you guys are ready to hear this video,
As we wrap up Super
Here
Bowl
we go.
coverage here in Miami, we have seen Miami royalty. There's no exaggerating that. We got a Hall of Famer in our midst right now in Ed Reed, and there's some big news coming
the hell?
up with Ed, but we just want to talk and kind of go through it all.
Okay, go.
And the thing, Bouncer Cigars has been here with Casa de Monte Cristo the entire time.
look at the
We want to say thanks to them. And Ed is definitely one of the cool dudes here in the city of Miami. People walking by Miami Ave, and they're definitely seeing him, instantly saying hello. He's got that look. He's got that smooth. And he's lighting him up a good stick. You see that, Leon? You see him over there? He's just lighting up a good stick right now.
Jay the U Family Blaze.
That's right.
Raising hands medium dark skin tone.
No doubt.
Smiley 000.
Thank you, big brother. Hang on one second. All right, now do it. There you go.
First of all, I want to say congratulations, Ed, the Chief of Staff, Miami Hurricanes, man. I couldn't think of a better fit than you, GOATs.
Thank you.
Call you that all day.
I appreciate it.
All right. So, as far as Miami's go, I mean, what do you think your role is going to be at the University of Miami as far as Chief of Staff? Are you trying to change the culture there?
Tatiana,
I
y'all
know
gotta
the
get from the
coach- I
back.
know you're not there to
Move.
step on any toes as far as the
Not
culture
at all.
go. I just know you're there to
Move.
provide some insight.
Go
Yeah,
check on my jeans
University of Miami needs
upstairs.
to do the change.
They probably saw my jeans
I
in my
bring
bedroom.
help, and good help. I'm not trying to do anybody's job. I'm trying to do my job. We all have a job. I'm not perfect. I'm not coming in saying I'm smarter than anybody because I know that's not how it worked. There's a reason why Jesus had 12 disciples. Everybody had something to do. You know what I'm saying? You let them people do work. It's like building a house. What up, Pete? That's how that's like building a house. You got your carpenter, you got your people who do the roof, you got your person who do the nails, and you got a boss, who should be the person that if your guy who nailing the wood can't do it, he can go and do it. So I come to learn as well. This we live in life, man. You should always be coachable, whether you're a coach or not,
Yeah.
a player, and I'm coming in to see what do we need help with. I'm watching film, and for simplicity, I think it's like a GM type role. I reached out to Ozzie Newsome as we was talking off the record. That I wanna look at his approach. Ozzie was always at practice. Ozzie was always studying tape. I would always see him talking to a player. Telling him something like, you need to work on your turn. You need to get a little lower. So that's what it is, man. I'm not. I ain't gonna say I'm the savior or anything because I'm not. It's a process. We got to do this together as a team. And that's what we did. That's what y'all did. It was accountability there. As a whole. It wasn't about the individual. It was about the whole group. You know what I'm saying? That's why y'all had so many guys go to the pros. Because if you won together, you were going to have more opportunity for everybody. And as we see it, what we've been, everybody don't have that opportunity. You get one or two, you might get one or two guys drafted. You know, somebody might make a team or something like that. But nah, that's not what it's about. It's about us as a group.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, the one thing you said compelling behind the scenes is that you wanted to put strong young men in front of boys, to turn boys into men, hold them accountable. So
Yes.
tell me a little bit more about, how, you're inspired to do that going to Miami.
Because, man, just like you guys had, we had a coaching staff. We had a great coaching staff that raised men. It's fathers. It's true fathers. When in college, I always looked at college. I always said I wouldn't coach in college, man. It was crazy that, and that's obviously the only university I would have coached is for Miami. Help is Miami because it's my alma mater, but that's what it was, man. We had a bunch of great coaches. We had a bunch of great men leading young men, as we need in this world today. You know what I'm saying? Like they got a hashtag, rest in peace, Kobe.
I'm sorry, I had to pause that. Why is it when I've been saying that same thing, I've gotten destroyed for saying that same thing about the coaches? Leading young, you know what? Let's keep going.
That Kobe Bryant said he was a girl's dad. And everybody now is posting pictures of, them with their girls. And trust me, I feel the same, that girls are the most delicate beings on this earth. Women are, but that wasn't the example that Kobe was setting. Kobe was setting an example of that. I'm a father. You know what I'm saying? I'm a father to my kids. That's what men need to do and stand up. You need more men taking their role as a man in this world to raise these young men to be better. I have an 11-year-old son, but I have a 2-year-old niece. You know what I'm saying? I'm not her dad, but I'm her uncle. You know what I'm saying? But I also got 6 nephews. So gotta raise them to be young men, to respect young women. You know what I'm saying? But also to be leaders in this society. And that's what we got to make sure that us as coaches, because upstairs is going to be a reflection of what you see downstairs. I saw that in Buffalo. When I coached in Buffalo, I was coaching in Buffalo. And
absolutely feel what he is saying. That's what I've been saying forever, Sean.
Was going to be. It wasn't good. And I told him this was in minicamp I saw it. And DT, Dennis Sturman, can tell you, I used to write it on the board. I used to say it. They're going to fire all of us. Right? Because I'm coaching. I'm not coaching for money. I don't need this job. I didn't come back to Miami for money. No.
Came back to fix it.
It's not. It ain't about fixing it. It's about having that standard that we had. I don't see that standard. I don't think Big Bro Leon see that standard. I know a bunch of other Canes that talk about it, that don't see that standard. But I've been surrounded by football all my life. I've been coaching my son's little league flag football team. I coach, like I said, I coached in Buffalo. I mentor kids. Demario Darius called me. Demario Davis from the Saints, number 56, called me just the other day. He texted me yesterday. Big bro, when can I come up there and watch film, man? I need you to give me your schedule. Let me know. You know what I'm saying? He and all.
Joseph Montgomery, I wonder if you would tell Ed Reed to shut up, because he does say there's player accountability, but it starts. The man said it. Joseph Montgomery, he said it. It's the leadership, period, point blank. That's where it starts. We need men to carry young men, to teach young men to be men. He also says that if they don't want to be here, then they got to go. If the kids don't want to be, we can't recruit young kids that don't want to be here. But he said it starts with coaching. It starts with upstairs, period. So I don't know why you would tell VT to shut up. Because you wouldn't tell Ed Reed. Ed Reed said that. You didn't say Ed Reed shut up. You didn't say Ed Reed shut up. But you tell VT to shut up because you say it ain't all on Manny. I'm not understanding that, Joe, Mr. Montgomery. That baffles me. Because Ed Reed does dig into the kids in this interview too. I'm gonna let you hear that. But you see where he started at. Because it starts with men being men, teaching young men. That's where it starts at. Just saying.
Taking this job and I ain't telling him. You know what I'm saying? Because I had stuff.
Whatever,
like,
Joseph.
I'm gonna be busy,
You wouldn't have said it to me.
We'll work it out.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna have to bring him down here or something. But that's because he has a respect and he know, you know what I'm saying, that I was taught the right way. That professionalism that
Ain't nobody babying the kids. I'm saying where it starts at. He talks about not babying the kids. We're talking about where it starts at. But you know what, Joseph? We're talking about where it starts at. Nobody's talking about babying the kids. But if they have no leadership, then where does it go? We're talking about where it starts at. My name is not Guy Boy. My name is not Guy Boy. Miss me. I didn't disrespect you.
we had. It was the professionalism. That's the reason why me and my bro sit here right now. You know what I'm saying? 2-star athletes, not 5.
Both of you guys were 2-star.
Yes, not 5, not 4. We 2-star athletes. You know, so it's not about the having the best guys who's the rated guys. You know what I'm saying? It's not that. It's the ones who are gonna come in and gravitate and be leaders in the locker room. You know what I'm saying? Who's gonna be coachable? If you ain't coachable, I can tell coach right now, coach, if they ain't coachable and they don't wanna be part of the University of Miami team first, they need not be here. They can go ahead and get in the transfer portal. Go ahead and get in the transfer portal. If that's what you want to do, go ahead and go to another school. I promise you, though, we're going to coach those other kids up. And they're going to play their hearts out together. If you ain't going to play together, if you're not going to demonstrate togetherness on and off that field, we don't need you as a Hurricane, because that's what we're about. That's what they were about.
Pro Football Hall of Famer, one of the best defensive players ever to put on a pair of shoulder pads. Ed Reed here with us on XL Primetime. Ed, I was telling you off air, Miami fans are fired up since the news came out. Ed Reed, the chief of staff, I have seen just Miami fans so excited, more so than you've seen them in years, with the fact that you're going to be back around the football program. What's your message to Miami fans that have suffered through these lean years now that you're going to be back around the football facility?
I'm not playing. I want to. I'm not playing. But, nah, man, look, over the years, been watching just like all of us on what's been transpiring, you know. I would say be patient, you know what I'm saying, but also keep us held to that high standard. Keep us held to that high standard, because that's what made us. My other message would be, I need the city of Miami to police Miami for us. Police these kids for us. You know what I'm saying? Coach Davis used to say, nothing happens good after 12 o'clock. Nothing happens good after 12 o'clock. So if you see our kids in the street, please let us know. I will give them my number. Call the university and let me know that one of our kids are out. And I guarantee you, they got to be choices. They got to be consequences to their choices. And that's what these kids need to know. Because it's not, you ain't coming to Miami for the perks. You coming to Miami to work. You know, I always said there's 2 types of people who live in this world. And that can go a lot of different ways. There's people who like the perks, people who like to work. Right? Earn the perks. You know, then you live and enjoy the fruits of your labor like we are right now, having a cigar, sitting outside in Miami downtown. You know, my brother Alex here.
Exactly. Dude is just so
that's
positive,
what it's about.
man.
to get to where we at, we put that work in first. I ain't gonna sit up and tell you not to have fun. We had fun. We had a lot of fun together, though. You know, I was telling a story. I was telling a story the other day about the fight we got
Appreciate
into with
that,
Shannon
Russell.
Briggs. You know what I'm saying? We got in that fight because Shannon Briggs had beat up one of our teammates. But he had to deal with 10 of us. You know what I'm saying? That's what you had to deal with. You ain't got to deal with one Kane. You're dealing with all of us. You know what I'm saying? And that transpired on Green Tree first, offense and defensively. Receivers against DBs, O-line against D-line, linebackers against running backs, tight ends. That's when that transpired. It happened at first. You know what I'm saying? So I was telling my bro on the wellhead, because he asked me the same question, believe it or not. Like, what you think, bro? What you gonna do, man? Like, what is the biggest thing? Like, one of the biggest things, man, is that Miami, we need the streets of Miami to police these kids. Don't be smoking weed with them in the club. I've seen that shit. Myself, like, man, and he's going to Miami? Nah, man, get your ass out of here. Go home, man. I'm like, bro, go home. You got plenty time to have fun. You know what I'm saying? This club life, all that, it ain't going nowhere. It hasn't changed much since I've left, since you left. It gotten better. Miami's gotten better. But that's evolution. That's the inevitable. It's supposed to get better. You know what I'm saying? So we need the city of Miami to come together to help us, like it was back in the old days. I'm all good if you want to feed our kids. Feed them. Give them a home-cooked meal. That's what they supposed to get. But the violations, giving them money, and they don't need that shit. They don't need it. They're in college. They need to be making a way for themselves, as we did. That's what young men and women become. That's what young men and young women become men and women, is in college. Preparing them for the real world.
Thank you, preparing them.
Not spoiling them.
Not
like they
spoiling
little
them,
babies
getting
and
them ready.
kids. I'm not here to treat them like kids. They're young men. Getting ready for the world.
Exactly.
So if your kid not ready for that, don't send them to Miami. Not while Eddie Kane around this thing.
Not Eddie Kane.
I want no parts of no kid like that, man. Big bro, know the standard. Leon, know the standard we have. We have as old players. We talk about this amongst ourselves. Now, Eddie Kane ain't a coach. You know what I'm saying? And I know I'm not perfect, like I said, but I'm going to give you my heart as I always did. I get this university everything. I asked for 2 years at the senior dinner, you know, when it was all over. I'm like, give me 2 more, please. It just so happened that old Manny Diaz, my boy, reached out to me, man. And I thank you for that, you know, and I'm gonna give him everything he wants, man.
So, Ed, Leon and I have been talking for like the last 3 or 4 weeks. You got to think differently about football. And that kind of piggybacks on what you were saying. It's not just what happens on the field. It's the entire spectrum.
That's right, Sean.
Of that program being a man and playing football.
No doubt. It definitely is, man. I mean, like I said, you're raising young men. So let's start with us as coaches. Let's start with us as a staff. Like I said, if the staff is not on the same page, that's going to trickle down to these kids, and you're going to see it on the field. You know, and that's what the city of Miami Hurricane fans are pissed off about. You know what I'm saying? Nothing to the coaches, because they do a great job. They put in a lot of hours, and they can't play the game. But we got to teach these kids how to play the game. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we have to do as coaches. That's what we have to do as men for these men.
That's what we have to do as coaches and men, Joseph.
Men, you know, around us.
We got to get these kids ready, Joseph.
How to handle yourselves, man. You know,
Joseph.
I talked to the rookies for the first 7-8 years in my career because OJ Begans, my brother, you know, who's
Joseph, you hear what he said, huh? Talking Manny made the call, huh? He was already hired when Manny made the call for the other extension. So let's not listen to the whole interview. I listened to the whole interview. All right. Manny didn't make the call for him to be hired. He was already hired. All right. First off. But like he said, it starts with us as coaches, Joseph, to teach these young men to be men. It starts with us. It starts with us. But maybe you were just a great young man who didn't need mentorship. Maybe you were just that great. maybe you were just that great of a person. You know what, bro? You know what? Tell me, you know what, Joseph? I'm not even. You know what? You're right. Hey, do me a favor. I ain't got to worry about Joseph. You told me to shut up. Block. 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 I didn't disrespect him, so he told me to shut up, so I'll block him.
Been on LAS for
That's
a long
simple.
time now, but he still's the same person on ALS. What ALS? You know, he told us when it first happened. You know, 'cause he
Super
was
Bowl
still able
yesterday.
to talk without all the stuff, and he was like, "Treat me the same. I'm just gonna ask you to be patient," because he knew what was to come.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's about being a professional. Teach him how to be a professional. My goal is to have every senior, just like our senior year, an opportunity to go forward if they want to go play football in the league. But if they don't want to go forward and play football in the league, get your education. So the study hall has to be there. You have to go your ass to class. Your GPA has to be up. You have to. We police you at class. I don't know if they still do that. Those are questions I have. You know, are we checking their class? Are we making sure they're there? Because that's what their parents send them there for. You know what I'm saying? That's what my mom sent me there for. One of my first questions was how many African American student athletes are graduating. I graduated first before I left the University of Miami. Football was playing.
That's why I blocked him.
Football is my plan, no doubt.
That's why I blocked him.
You know what I'm saying? But I also wanted to graduate. I was the first one to graduate in my family. You know, that
Awesome.
my immediate.
For some reason, it stopped.
And also bringing the standard that I was set for myself as an individual for my family. You know what I'm saying? For my kids. So now, in my estate planning that I have in my will, my kids ain't getting no finances unless they get their education. You got to graduate college before you receive the finances. Like Bruce's Million, one of my favorite movies. You know, Richard Pryor.
Right.
You know, we're going to teach you to hate money. Because that ain't going, we got to teach them, like money, they print money every day. You know what I'm saying? That's not what you're going to take. What you're going to take is the memories. We talking about, big bro, when I walked up, Leon, you was like, so, what championship team was the best? What y'all championship team would have beat us? You know what? We both got the ring.
We've been co-national champs.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Real
that's
dead. It's been a tie game.
Yeah, you're right.
It's been a tie game. We Canes. That's Green Tree, baby. We all win. You know what I'm saying?
All day.
No doubt about it, man.
Now, let's just finish out with that because really we appreciate the conversation, just everything that we've been able to enjoy because we've been sitting here talking for a while, lighting up good sticks. Thanks to Alex at Bouncer Cigars. And, you know, definitely, as you said, Ed, he's just a good
I don't know if I'm
friend,
going to get
a good
suspended
dude.
for this and trouble for this. I don't know.
5 minutes from the school, man.
I wanted you guys to hear it,
You know where
though.
I'm at on break, right?
Yeah, exactly. And just, you know, I wanted to ask you just outside, just kind of finish up with this. Outside of football, you're into hats. You're into a couple of other things. You got your, of course, Ed Reed Foundation. But just kind of shine a light on some of the other things that you dig. Because, I mean, you've got some other interests besides football, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, obviously coaching was one. Mentoring kids, really just being a positive role model for these kids. You know, I'm from a town in the wake of Kobe passing, man. Blessings to his family, prayers to his family and the family that was affected. I'm from a place where you don't make it past 14, you know, better yet 41. You don't make it that old. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you got to get to, man. You got to teach these kids. Man, you know, really how to live, man. You know, I'm into making them better, making kids better, making young men better. Better than what I was, because that's what it's about. Leaving this place better than what we had it. That's what my goal was as an individual. That's what I wanted to get to my teammates around me and the people who was around me. And if they wasn't about that, I didn't want to hang around you. You know, I got some teammates that when I came in my first year, they can tell you I switched rooms, and they didn't like it. Me and one of D linemen got in a tussle over it, and I respected him for challenging me that. But I had to tell him, man, I wasn't on what some of my other teammates was on at the time. You know, I might have dabbled, but no, bro, that wasn't going to help me. So I got to switch rooms, man. You know, just so happened I had to have a conversation with one of the coaches about it to do it. You know, I didn't know he was going to do what he did or say what he said, but hey, man, you got to get your shit in order, especially if you want to go to the next level. And he actually made it to the next level. You know what I'm saying? And I think that might have helped him. But I had to be honest with myself first. I can't live another man's life. I can only live mine. And I had to help myself at that time. I had to help myself as a teammate at that time. Being right there was not going to help me be a better teammate. That's why I left. So I can be a better teammate. And in the long run, this is what you got.
Yeah.
Who knows what happens if I stay in there that whole summer?
Right.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I respected him for that, and he respected me because he saw that I wasn't about bullshit when he challenged me. Now, he got the best of me. He got the best of me, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't no hands tussle. It was the wrestling like we do.
Yeah.
We ain't fighting. We wrestling. You know what I'm saying?
D-line versus safety, maybe. Listen, give him one more piece of love before we say goodbye. Just one more piece of love.
First of all, I want to say, Ed Reed, the GOAT, thank you for coming on the show, bro. Congratulations, much success in all your endeavors.
Thank you, big
all
bro.
right. All I got to say, fellas, not bad for two-star recruits.
Oh, my God.
Two-star
killing it
recruits,
right
huh?
here.
Yeah.
Got a Hall of Famer, Super Bowl champion, All-Pro.
Yeah.
Huh?
I know I didn't say all the aspirations, man.
All right, that's basically the end of the interview, man. You have so many people. That interview, like,
Taylor Walston said Ed Reed not gonna allow Miami to be mediocre.
that interview to me was like, that interview to me
Jay the U family Blaze
was like
said LOL face with tears.
music to my ears, man. When you sit there and you listen to Ed, you sit there and he says,
The U family Blaze
men have to be men. We have to teach these young men. We have to teach these young men to be men. It's up to us as coaches to teach these young men to be men. And this is why, like, I don't care if I'm dead serious, man. I don't care if I lose subscribers. I don't care if I don't even care no more. It's not even about that no more because, to be honest with you, like I say, I have no idea how much longer I'm gonna do this because I don't know if this is my passion anymore. I'm gonna give it everything I got this year, and after that, I'm thinking about letting it go for real. But at least if I let it go, man, we got Ed Reed in the building. I don't have any respect for Emmitt Smith because of what he did to Escambia High School. You don't even want to know about that. I'm going to leave that alone. But there was something that happened at Escambia High School when he was not down for those kids.
said I can't wait until the season starts.
But I appreciate this, man, because I was dying for every comment after he got hired. I got destroyed. I have been destroyed by the Miami fan base, man, over the past couple of years because I've been defending kids because they haven't had leadership from men. Because these kids haven't had leadership from men. See, I know how it is to grow up in a neighborhood where drugs and violence and the father's not in the home, and you don't have leadership from men. you need that leadership from men, bruh. And that's what he said his passion is to teach young men how to be men. He said the coaching staff has to teach these young men how to be men.
Doing your thing. Much love. Keep pushing forward. Gators
And people get mad because it's not bad when Ed Reed says it, but it's bad when Hurricane Zoe says it. You understand what I'm saying? One thing that I'm not gonna do is take disrespect from anybody on this channel ever again. I'll block you. You call me out my name, I'll block you. I'm not gonna deal with it. I don't care if I have 10 people in the chat. It doesn't matter. It's not about numbers. It's not about acting. I know what I've brought for the to the table for the YouTube, for the Miami Hurricanes YouTube family. I know what I've brought to the table. I know what I've done. I know what I've accomplished. So I don't really care or even need the accolades at all. I don't need any of that. I never said he was just blaming coaches. That's not what I said, Cowboy Kane. But most definitely he held. You got to listen to the whole interview. Most definitely the first thing he said, and he kept saying it over and over and again, is it starts with coaching. It starts with leadership, because anything negative trickles down. Period. It starts with the leadership. It starts with coaching. Everything starts from the top. That's what he said. That's exactly what he said. I'm not stealing his words. I'm not even like mixing them up at all. I'm not even saying that. No, he said everything starts with us. Cowboy Kane, that's what he said. Period. They're only going to go as far as the leadership takes them. Period. So when he actually said when the leadership is bad and they play bad, that's because it trickled down. It trickled down. He said every kid isn't coachable. But he also said it starts with coaching.
every kid isn't coachable and teachable is all
He said the ones that aren't coachable, you get rid of. Every kid isn't coachable. But he said it starts with coaching. Everything, it starts with teaching. It starts with men. See, Cowboy Kane, you not even in the room. You in a different atmosphere. Because the man said, our job is to make these young men because these are young men. Our job is to make them men. Cowboy Kane, you missing the whole, you're missing everything, bro. You're missing it. But I'll let you can have what you can have it how you want it, my brother. If that's how you feel, my brother, it's all good. I'm not going debate you on your feelings, my brother. But I'm not going off of feelings. I'm going off exactly what that man said.
BT. Said Cowboy Kane, then you trim the fat.
Leadership and coaching, man. That's on any level. That's on anything, bro. That's on any level, anything that you do in life. That's what it is. It's on leadership, man. The best companies are ran because they have the best leadership. And like VT said, you trim the fat. Everybody's not coachable. Everybody's not coachable. Everybody's not going to get it. Every kid is not going to get it. You can't save everybody. But if your leadership is bad, then we have seasons like we had this year. When you don't, when coaches aren't, when you're not holding yourself accountable first as an adult, then we have seasons like we had this year.
Said some of those players going to get their feelings hurt. Not
Some of those coaches are going to get their feelings hurt. So you guys are still into the blaming the players thing. And he flat out said some of the coaches are going to get their feelings hurt for not leading as men. Some of the coaches can't take criticism. Have you seen some of those interviews? Have you seen some of those interviews? The hat too. Have you seen some of those interviews?
Jay, the U family blaze
Some of those coaches can't take criticism.
set the standard and leading by example, being a great role model. Hurricane Andrew said absolutely.
He said that when he came into Miami, there were great coaches who turned the players into leaders, who turned himself 2 stars and the other guy he was talking about, a 3 star, into leaders.
Said good point, so.
We've consistently had other players leave our team and go to the NFL and go to other teams and play way better than they played at Miami. Why is that? Why is that? Why can we have players leave Miami and play better in the NFL than they did at Miami? How can we have players leave Miami and go to, like what's name did, go to Georgia and play better? You know, he got hurt, go to Georgia and catch footballs, but couldn't catch them same balls at Miami. Why is that? Why is that? Ed Reed was hired here from a leader standpoint. He was hired here because they need the leader.
Coaches and players. I know what you saying, so. But the players and coaches.
But it
realize how much
starts
responsibility they hold.
with
Jay, the
Shaw, Mr. I can't pronounce your name, Shaw. It starts with
kids know whether
leadership.
are real or not.
It starts with I don't know how, like I said, I don't know what you guys I don't understand what you guys are missing. He said it. This is what he said.
Hurricane Andrew said
He said he's going to teach them how to be men. He did not say he's going to treat them like men. You did not hear him say that one time. He said they're not men. He said they're young men. We have to develop them into men. And it starts with us and how we treat them. It starts with go back and listen to the interview, man. He's going to treat them like young men and develop them into men. He said that. He said our goal is to develop them into becoming men. Develop them into becoming men.
Hurricane Andrew said facts.
I'm
Concrete show.
wow, it's amazing how people can twist words, and we sitting here listening to the same video, and this is what he said.
Where's the link to the video?
I don't know where the link is to that video. You can re-listen to it here. Jay know who exactly it was. I don't remember who it was. Jay can post it again. It's 90. I forgot who it was. It was sent to me and I just played it. And they might suspend me. They might kick me off YouTube or whatever. It is what it is. I don't know. I don't even care, to be honest with you.
We both agree with Ed Reed, but I think sometimes you place too much blame on coaches.
I don't place too much blame on the players, on the coaches. I place all the blame on the coaches. All of it. Because if you look at teams like Duke with way less talent, why do they get more out of their talent than Miami gets out of their talent? Why is our coaches continually to blame our players? Why? I don't place too much blame on the coaches. Coaches get paid, players don't. I don't place too much blame on them. If I place too much blame on the coaches, then Ed Reed wouldn't have got hired. If it was me placing too much blame on the coaches, then Ed Reed wouldn't have got hired. So it wasn't just me.
Said that's right, respect and development, all a part of leadership. Ronald
It wasn't just me.
said facts.
I just speak the loudest. No matter what I say, people are going to dislike what I say anyway. So it doesn't even matter. You know what I'm saying? At this point, it doesn't even matter.
Hurricane Andrew.
Yeah, at this point, it really doesn't matter. The blame does not go to everyone. The blame goes to the men, not teaching young men how to be men. That's where the blame goes. Like I say, hey, Kershaw, bro, I'm not going to keep going back and forth with you. Go back and listen. Go back and listen to what he said, man. Nobody said every word wasn't a count. See, nobody's listening. Nobody's listening, bro. Y'all. I tell you what, y'all couldn't even play for Ed Reed. Y'all couldn't even play. Mr. Show and Ray D. Y'all couldn't even coach for Ed Reed. Y'all couldn't play for him. Y'all couldn't coach for him because the players would be being bad, and y'all would be saying it's them too. It's them too. But he'll tell you it starts with you. You're a man. It starts with you. It's up to us as men to develop these young men into men. That's what he said. It's not what I said. That's what he said. It's not what I said. That's not what I didn't say that. That's what he said.
Cowboy Kane said I said sometimes.
It's not what you call them jits, whatever. Like I said, that's not, bro. You know what, man. It's like I say, I'm just repeat. I played the whole video. I played everything he said. All right, they still arguing with me about me saying it. It's funny. It is so funny.
Said are the players supposed to go in their dorm room and blame the coaches?
It is so funny. It is so funny. I'm not even answering your question, my brother. I'm not even answering your question. You're good. All right, Ray D. Y'all good. Y'all are good. No problem, man. Y'all tell Ed Reed that. Y'all go tell Ed Reed that. I know y'all couldn't work for Ed Reed. Y'all couldn't work for him. Y'all two couldn't work for him. Y'all wouldn't be. Y'all be the first two coaches fired. Y'all would be fired as soon as y'all would be the first two coaches fired, bro. Y'all be the first two coaches fired. Soon as y'all go there, soon as you see those questions, y'all will be the first two coaches fired, man. It's not a discussion. I already said how I feel. I feel the exact same way Ed Reed feels. It starts with men being leaders. It starts with leadership. Men have to develop these men. That's not even a debate for me. It's not a debate for me. I'm not debating that.
Ray D said I am not a coach's am a fan. Ray D.
I actually coached high school football for 8 years. I quit because I couldn't do it no more because my job started working more hours. And we went to two state championships. So nah. I wouldn't get fired. I work too hard. I work a 10, 12-hour shift and still come on and do YouTube every day and bust my ass on something I have no idea what I'm doing when it comes to trying to set up this OBS system and all of that. So no, I work hard. I work real hard.
What did you say so they be fired?
So no, I wouldn't be fired. Nah, not me. I've actually graduated, I think, like 17 young men out of welding school that's from the streets. That's straight up street cats. Talk to them every time. No, I didn't coach Clowney. We played against Clowney, and Clowney had like 25 sacks against us in one game. He was killing us. He was like in the 9th or 10th grade. he was like in the 9th or 10th grade. He had like 25 sacks in one game. Clowney kicked our ass by himself.
Jay, the U family blaze.
He mentioned kids. He said every kid is not coachable. He said that every kid isn't coachable. You're not going. He said the kids that don't want to be here go to the transfer portal. He mentioned all of those things. But he kept going back to. He kept going back to.
is about Miami Hurricanes don't take
It's our job as men
concrete show.
to develop these young men into men. The parents send them to us to develop them into men. It is our job. And I haven't seen that. This is what he said, not me. It's not about me. I'm talking about what Ed Reed said. You the one making it about you, talking about the kids. This is what Ed, go back and listen to the video, Ray D. Why you making it about you so much that you keep commenting like you making it about you. Bro, yes you can. Yes you can. You can blame the kids and you can blame the leadership until you get the right leadership. Because once you get the right leadership in, you'll see the difference. Once you get the right leadership in there, you'll see the difference. Believe me, you'll see the difference this year with the same kids. Watch. You'll see the difference this year with the same kids. Watch. Watch.
Said, well, so we
Watch.
first time head coach, so maybe this is part of the lumps.
My brother, Cowboy Kane, you are 100% right. Cowboy Kane, you are 100% right. You are 100% right, Cowboy Kane.
Sean Rounds.
And I will not argue, bro. You 100% right. He was a first time head coach, and he made some mistakes. He made some mistakes. But I've also said this offseason, he's done a great job. He's done a great job this offseason. And the wide receiver coach and the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach, he's made some great hires. He's learning from his mistakes. He's learning from his mistakes, Cowboy Kane. Absolutely.
Develop them, I agree with you.
You are so right, my brother.
They are worthless. Sean Rounds. Said y'all crazy if y'all don't believe what so speaking attitude reflects leadership. Jay the U family blaze. Said you right, so it's our job.
No kid is worthless, Ray D. How would you call a kid worthless?
Cowboy Kane.
How do you call somebody worthless?
John
Worthless?
said age.
Oh my God. Worthless? Worthless? Wow.
Said I just wish he would.
That's a despicable comment to call. That's a despicable comment to call anybody. To call anybody worthless. Especially someone who's in college. Like, wow. Ray D? Worthless? Worthless?
Said wholesome one on right now, Zo.
I don't care. If he's on, he's on. That's his show. If y'all want to go over there, go over there. It is what it is.
Ray D.
I had a set time I was coming on. If he comes on, it is what it is. I never go on. I never go on. I never go on when someone else is on.
Manny didn't know shit.
Ever.
Ray D.
I never go on when someone else is on.
You gold wire.
I never do that. Ever. So, it is what it is.
Cowboy Kane. Said so since I got you on a roll right now, give me a season P record prediction. Should read it true. Said we have to support
So.
Manny. He changed Miami a lot when he was the defense coordinator. He will get this right. Starling
But it is what it is, man.
said wordless Pat Clee and Bunda. Starling Gibson. Said and Rum. John Brown. Said why
I'm not the most popular person right now, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the most popular person right now. Because I speak the truth,
Sean Rounds.
and people would rather listen to
Good night, bro.
people who don't tell the truth. So I'm not the most popular person right now, bro.
Bree Gibson. John Brown. Said so how you think off
I love the off season, to be honest with you, man.
Hurricane Ron.
I love the way the off season is going, man. To be honest with you, I truly do. I love the way the off season is going. You know what I'm saying? I think all the hires were on point. I think all the hires were on point.
Mark
Um,
said so. Do you have a translator?
and this Ed Reed thing, like I say, it was just big for me.
Said likes up son.
You know what I'm saying? It was just big for me.
Jay the U family blaze. Said keep rolling.
The people you help out the most will be the people that stab you in your back. Just put it that way. The people you look out for the most will be the people that stab you in your back. That's life. One thing I've learned about life is that you keep pushing. Nothing. This is what I loved about that Ed Reed interview, my brother. No one can stop you from being you. No one can stop you from greatness, man.
So special man.
DeAndre King last year, I think DeAndre King, De'Aaron, I don't know, I said DeAndre. I think De'Aaron King is going to be, I think he's going to be a great mentor for Nikoski as well. He's going to start. I owe somebody money on that, man.
Montre. Said now is on the
No, it's on the coaches to get the players right. It's on the coaches and the coaching staff to get the players right. It's on the coaches and the coaching staff to get the players right. That's flat out.
said yo's.
That's what it is.
Think about the old WR coach.
It's on the coaches and the coaching staff to get the players right, and then it's on the coach and the coaching staff to evaluate the right players. I like that move as well. I'm gonna do some breakdowns on all of that, man. I'm gonna do some breakdowns on all of that. But it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to get off because I feel disrespected.
Prime time.
Like I say,
Said so. Why did you?
you do whatever you can to help people out. You do what you can to help people grow, and they do whatever they can to stab you in the back, and yeah. So, but at the same time, it is what it is. I'm good. I think
OG came. Said look who catching alive after.
what's going on, OG? I'm kind of upset right now. I'm about to get off right now because I'm kind of upset, man. I'm kind of upset. So I'm about to get off right now.
Players don't think this changes.
Um,
Not. Concrete show. Said I'm telling you. People going to get their feelings.
I think everybody's gonna get their feelings hurt. I believe Ed Reed's gonna get his feelings hurt once or twice. Appreciate that donation, Hurricane Rod.
Track he brought the swag.
Appreciate that donation, man. I appreciate it so much.
Hurricane Rod. Said $4.99 from Hurricane Rod. Concrete show.
You right, you right, show.
I stay on bruh. Don't let no one.
You right. I've never disrespected anybody and went live when they were live. I've never done that.
Montre.
I've never done that.
Concrete show. Said you
So I see there's no more rules to the game.
other man affect you, bro. BT. Said BC Ed Reed saying what so been saying for years. J Play. Said what up you family raising hands raising hands. John Brown. Said Ed is bringing not taking feeling is out the door. Norman Boyd.
Oh, nah, you guys can go back and listen to it. I think Jay put it in the chat. I think Jay put it in the chat on Jay, put that back in the chat so they can all listen to the interview.
Said a dig is due respect. dog is due respect. Jay, the U family blaze.
I do have something though.
Wholesome one was on before you. Kenneth Williams said I had a feeling something was going on between y'all when I Keo seeing him on Mark Rogers.
Hold on. I do have something though. Well, I do it next show. I have a giveaway.
Kenneth Williams.
That I'm doing. I have a giveaway that I'm doing next week.
Wholesome one thumbnail said 6 p.m. 15 hours ago on YouTube.
I know why it says 6:15 because I put out one and I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to leave it alone. But I'm gonna be a good boy. I'm gonna be a good boy. Hey man, love you cats, man. I have my giveaway that I'm gonna do next week. I mean, the end of this week. My giveaway is going to Opalaka 74. He's getting the giveaway that I'm giving away, which will be the